Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another
What's
episode
that
of
word?
EOS. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with legend.
Max B got out of jail, shorty. Max B is out of jail. I don't know too much about him, but I know he's in jail for a murder for a long time. I think that's his son right there. That's his son, that's his daughter.
I'm gonna give him the phone, hold up. Yo, them jeans ain't tight enough.
He said them jeans ain't tight enough. This is a beautiful moment, man. Getting to actually hug your kids on the other side of the fence after 16 years. Y'all saw how he kind of like got hesitant too with his daughter, because that's father and son is one thing, but a father and a daughter, I just feel like it's a different type of love. It's a different type of embrace. And he was definitely like, he took that second before hugging her. This is a beautiful moment right here.
Yeah. That's some crazy shit, boy. He was just in prison. It say 16 years.
Now, that wasn't all, though. And if y'all didn't know, which anybody who knows Max B knows this, one of his closest friends is none other than French Montana.
French Montana.
Who also was able to pull up for Max B's release.
Real nigga, man. 16 years, a long time, boy.
Back together.
16 years, a long time, boy. Imagine it's your best friend in there, man.
Finally did it. Good. Let's go get that sandwich. Finally did it. We going to Morocco.
We going to Morocco.
He's talking about we going to Morocco. Now y'all gotta understand, this is dope right here. Even though I paused it at a crazy moment. There we go. No, it didn't even get no better. This is a dope moment.
For sure.
You gotta understand, their friendship goes back longer than a lot of my viewers have been alive.
Yeah.
Maybe not for this video, because if you clicked on this video, you're
probably
gonna be a little bit older, right? Because Max B was before me. You gotta understand, he went down in like what, 2006?
Yeah, like I don't even really know nothing about Max B. Damn, look, why y'all ain't tell me I'm
6th grade? I think 7th grade.
2006, I was in 1st grade.
For me, it was 07, something like that. Yeah, like I was middle school around this time. But for those that don't know, I'll make you aware. We're going to speak on who Max B is and now this is one of the many appeals by Max B.
Okay.
And within the appeal, it's going to detail, it also has his co-defendant here. It's going to detail what took place in this situation. So the trial evidence presented by the state, including the testimony of co-conspirator Gina Conway. Now, Gina was Max B's girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
And we'll get into this. Max B and his co-defendant, who is his stepbrother, were 28 and 21 years old in September of 2006. So it did happen in 06. He was sentenced in 09.
Okay.
People knew them as brothers, but they may have been stepbrothers. Max B's on and off again girlfriend, Gina Conway, was an exotic dancer at a Bronx club named Sin City. One of the victims attracted to her precipitated the events that culminated in another victim's homicide. So more or less,
so he
what
smoked
the situation
the nigga
Max
over
B's
a bitch,
girl was a stripper. She meets a rich dude and she puts Max B onto the lick. Yo, this dude's got mad money. He's driving around expensive cars. He's got Louis bags with mad money in it.
Right.
Max B is like, all right, bet we're gonna get that done. It was supposed to be a robbery.
Tweaking.
That's all it was supposed to be. But
it ain't go right.
As we all know, when these things take place, they don't always go according to plan.
Robberies can always turn into a homicide.
Alan Plowden and David Taylor were partners in a criminal enterprise that included mortgage, real estate, and credit card fraud. They drove expensive cars around New York City, and Plowden often carried a Louis Vuitton bag containing cash, sometimes as much as $40,000. In September 19, 2006, while in the Bronx, Plowden noticed Conway standing across the street. He introduced himself, then took her to a bar where they had a drink. So this big fraud artist sees this.
So he's a fraud artist.
Takes her out, and that's how these things happen, right? And little does he know, she's fucking Max B, who's with the shit, and he's a lick. He doesn't even realize he's about to get robbed. Now, at another time, they met, and again, these two guys with two women and the girl spent the night in the club and eventually returned to a Holiday Inn where he shared a room with one of the women, Giselle Neves. Taylor shared a room in the same hotel with the other women, whatever. Before going to bed, Plowden hid all but $1,000 of his cash, as well as his wallet, jewelry, and car keys under the plastic liner of a trash can. He hid the remaining $1,000 under his bed's mattress and then went to bed while Neves showered. The crimes were committed in his room later in that morning. Now, Gina told
so he had
Max
enough. He was smart enough to
about
hide
this guy's money. When he asked how much, he replied a lot. Max B then said he was going to get him, which Gina understood as meaning that Max B was going to rob him for his money. Now, on the way to the hotel room, Max B's stepbrother and co-defendant put on gloves, took duct tape from his pocket, and displayed a handgun. The girl, Gina, who had not seen any of these items previously, became nervous because this was not part of the plan. Like I said, nothing goes according to plan.
Right.
When they arrived at the room, the co-defendant told Gina to use her card key to open the door, but it didn't work. She then called his phone and could hear it ringing, but he didn't respond. She knocked on the door. A girl answered. Gina told Gina and the co-defendant that he was sleeping and tried to close the door. Gina used her foot to prevent the door from closing, and she and the co-defendant entered the room. Once inside, the co-defendant grabbed the girl by the hair, pointing the gun at her head, and demanded the money and the car keys. Gina searched the room. The guy continued to sleep while this was going on.
So he must have
the
been drunk or
co-defendant
high.
shoved the girl into the bathroom, told Gina to tape her up, which she did, duct taping the girl's wrists, mouth, and ankles. She never got a good look at the co-defendant, noticed a scar on the left side of his face. Now, Gina woke up the guy. The co-defendant told him not to look at him or he would be shot. So he turned away, whatever. Basically, how this ends is
He went for a gun, didn't he?
holding the gun to the man's head. The co-defendant forced the man to call Taylor, who's the other guy. When Taylor arrives in the room, he knocked on the door and Gina opened it. The co-defendant was standing behind the door with the gun. When Taylor entered, the co-defendant pointed it at his face. Taylor reached for the gun and it went off. So Max B isn't even there. It seems like
So why you get charged with a murder?
mastermind behind it, and he sent his younger, wilder stepbrother, who was I believe 21, to go pull this off with Gina. Gina was already locked in. So Gina is the one that says, "Hey, I got this guy. He's a trick. He's got mad money.
Right.
Max B says, "All right, bet we're gonna get him." Max B sends his brother to Gina. When they get there, Gina wasn't expecting this dude to come with duct tape and a hammer, but that's how it goes. Gina still decides to open the door. They go in. They bound up the girl. Buddy pulls the gun out on the guy. Call your mans, tell him to come in here. When his mans comes in, because mind you, both of them got money,
Right.
he points the gun. His mans reaches for it. The shit goes off. He gets shot in the face.
In the face.
He's dead.
Damn.
That's how the murder happened. Now, while Max B didn't pull the trigger, in mid-2009, he'd be sentenced to 75 years in prison on conspiracy charges pertaining to armed robbery, kidnapping, aggravated assault, and felony murder. So,
Hold on, bro. 75 years for a nigga who didn't even pull a trigger? How they even prove and find out that he the one who put the shit together? Somebody had to snitch. What that means
is, even though he didn't pull the trigger, he
still got charged with the murder.
Cooked up the robbery, helped with the plan, helped orchestrate who would do what.
That's crazy.
And it was executed. So he was charged as if he
pulled
was
the
there.
trigger.
Now Gina, who was the on and off,
she only got 15 years and she was there.
Who really is the one that started this whole thing because she came across a guy and couldn't just get tricked on. She wanted to rob him.
Right.
Gina would end up getting 15 years. And, you know, she's out of there.
Yeah.
And then the other co-defendant, Kelvin, would end up getting, I believe, a life sentence for murder.
For the actual.
So this right here is the co-defendant, Kelvin Leardom, a.k.a. Pooh Sims. Now, when you Google him, nothing really comes up. You can find his Instagram, The Real Pooh Sims. I don't know why it's way up here, but just bear with me. And in the description of his Instagram, it tells you how to contact him on JPay. And he says Max B, co-defendant, wrongfully convicted. So he's identifying himself as Max B's co-defendant because nobody really knows him for anything else.
Right.
Now, things would start to get iffy with this situation because the co-defendant, Kelvin, aka Pooh Sims, apparently came out and said Max B snitched. And this would stop.
You ever had one of them days where everything seems to go wrong? I mean, you're just trying to grab a cup of coffee and BAM! You're tangled in a pile of boxes because the shelf is broken. And just like that, I realized sometimes accidents at work are more than just funny stories. They can actually change everything. Trying to handle a workplace injury on your own? It's like trying to fix the broken shelf yourself. More chaos, more headaches, and it's no guarantee that you'll get what you deserve. You got paperwork, insurance calls, and someone always telling you to wait. It's enough to make you wish you had a secret weapon. But here's the thing, there's a team of people that fights for people just like you. For over 35 years, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, has been winning cases when everybody else said it couldn't be done. In Florida, someone got $12 million after a work accident, even though the insurance was ready to offer just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a worker was awarded $26 million, which was 40 times the initial offer. These are not just numbers. They're real victories for real people, all thanks to the team that fights hard for justice. More than 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, like a legal squad ready to jump into action. Yeah. They've recovered over $25 billion for clients. And they have a long history of helping workers get what they're owed. Because when you're injured at work, you shouldn't have to go at it alone. You can just click the link below or the QR code that's on your screen. No endless waits or confusing forms. Just a quick way to start protecting your rights today. So if you had an accident on the job, do not risk doing it alone. You can check out Morgan & Morgan because even in the toughest workplace accidents, a strong team makes all the difference. And trust me, there's a reason why they're America's largest injury law firm. It's because they fight for the people just like you.
Not a whole crazy thing because it's like, all right, well, his friend's gonna cut him off. He was beefing with Jim Jones, calling Jim Jones a snitch. How's this gonna go? Is he gonna be released? Is he gonna be embraced if he is? If he's a rat, should he just stay? So this man single-handedly started the whole snitch campaign against Max B. Now, once that happened, I mean, there's a ton of videos on this from a few months ago. Max B hit with
I'm just saying, I'm going to be honest with you. If I tell y'all niggas, hey, I got a robbery, and y'all dumbass go kill this motherfucker, I'm snitching on y'all. Listen, man.
FBI, open up!
I'm snitching on y'all, too. You think I'm finna go do 75 years in jail because y'all decided to kill a motherfucker? You crazy as hell.
Allegations right before his release.
Whack-100 claims he got
has paperwork on Max B snitching. It started to get crazy, right? And we're going to get down to the bottom of what the allegations are. So this is Pooh Sims on the phone with, I believe, Doggy Diamonds TV. Shout out to him. I don't know him personally, but I found this video and we're going to let Max B's co-defendant explain what he feels took place.
Because I'm not really sure.
Nah, well, let me make sure we clarify things. First and foremost, for those that don't know, it's your boy Pooh Sims from Harlem. Mm-hmm.
So the big thing that Max B snitched on was he said his girl works at the club. He didn't say that his girl set up a robbery. He didn't say that his stepbrother blew somebody's brains out. He said, my girl work at a club.
Stop it.
And that's all y'all had to fucking come up with?
So he snitched to the police by telling that his girl work at the club. Okay.
This is all the co-defendant could say to try to knock Max B's name out the way. So this is something that's interesting, right? I'm gonna show y'all what the fuck snitching actually is because what they're talking about here ain't it. So again, this is Max B's actual appeal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you go through Max B's appeal, we're gonna go after dude got his shit blown out, whatever. When detectives arrested Conway, Gina Conway, she gave them a statement implicating Max B
And his brother.
and Pooh Sims.
Right.
So right there, just
She the
so
one who
there's no
snitched. That's why she got
confusion,
15 years.
Gina, who found the dude to be robbed, told Max B.
And you know, I already knew this was gonna happen because you know, and shit like cases like this, girls. I don't know if y'all know this. Girls always get away with it. Like, you feel me? Like, okay, yeah, they put the plan together, but you the one who brung them the plan. And if you don't bring them the plan, this never happens. You feel me? And it's like you get 15 years, other motherfucker get life and 75 years for some shit that you put together just because you the girl and you decided to snitch a little bit, I guess. It kind of always happens.
On the robbery with Pooh Sims and let everything play out, duct taped whoever, whatever.
Right, exactly. Help
The second
whole
she
thing
got
happen.
booked, she told on everybody. That's the snitch.
Right.
There's no confusion as to who did what. Gina Conway, the girlfriend of Max B, was sentenced to 15 years in jail on Friday for her role in a botched burglary that left a man dead. Gina Conway, testified against Max B and his stepbrother in a plea deal to avoid a potential life
So she probably only did like 7 years for real.
Y'all want to talk about snitching and say, oh, he said his girl worked at a fucking strip club. That's not snitching. What the fuck is that doing for solving a case? And then they're saying the police already knew the information anyway, so it wasn't like it was nothing that they didn't fucking know. But who snitched in the case is the girlfriend who was arrested, immediately blamed them, and then took a plea deal for 15, signed off on 15 years, and testified against Max B and the co-defendant. So why would the co-defendant be speaking out? This is Kelvin right here. This is the State of New Jersey Department of Corrections website. Mm-hmm. Kelvin's current parole eligibility date is June 26, 2070. Let me say that again.
Bro, I don't even know. Like, what the fuck are we going to be even doing in 2007? How old will I be? I'll be 72 years old. I'll be 72 years old, bro. I'm 27 right now. I'll be 71 going on 72. Nigga. This shit, hey, bro, I don't give a fuck if it's 2009, 2006, 2096. The streets ain't worth it. I'm telling you that shit right the fuck now. These niggas ain't even getting no money. He's not eligible for parole until 2070. He's not living that long in prison. He's just not. He's just not, bro. He's not. He was 21 years old in 06. You know what I'm saying? That was 20 years ago. So he already 41. Going on 41 years old. 2070. Bro, 2007, that's 45 years from now. He'll be 80 years old if he's still alive before he's even eligible for parole.
And he's convicted on 2 counts of murder, a count of aggravated manslaughter, kidnapping, 3 counts of robbery, a count of weapon possession, and a count of conspiracy with robbery.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
He has a life sentence, technically. It says it right here. He has a life sentence. Let me scroll it down so you can... Oh, it can't because it's a little bit over. Yeah, he got fried, right?
He got baked, barbecue baked.
He got absolutely fried in this case. So why would he be speaking out against Max B? Well, Max B's coming home. Max B just came home.
Right.
But leading up to that...
Max B ain't pull the trigger, though. Max B wasn't even there.
Obviously, he's looking at it like, what do you mean? Why is he getting out and I'm not getting out? Well, I'll tell you why. Because you actually blew dude's face off.
Right.
Max B wasn't even there when it happened.
Duh.
So again, like most of these cases, it seems like a case of hating. Mm-hmm. Gina set the whole shit up. Max B played his role, whatever. Gina went through with it with this guy. This guy popped a gun that he wasn't even supposed to bring.
Got scared. Really, you just got scared. You thought you was in a fucking movie. Thought it was paid in full. You got scared because he reached for your gun and your finger was on the trigger. You just pulled the trigger real quick. Instead of running, instead of pistol whipping him, instead of punching him, I guarantee you, y'all probably would have robbed him, and that would have been it. Like on bro grade, it probably would have been no case. Y'all would have been happy and well. Y'all would have been older right now. Y'all would have been like, damn, we was tweaking back then. We ain't robbing nigga no more though. You feel me? It would have been going down like that. If you didn't pull that trigger, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? But like that's what happened a lot of times when your adrenaline just rushing and you doing a robbery and you get the tweaking and you already scared as hell doing while the robbery happening. Then folks reach for the gun, you get even more scared. You like, pow,
It ended how it ended. He got life. She got 15. Max B got 75 and got it reduced down to a 20 piece. And just came home. Now, shout out to my boy Danza. Danza actually got on the phone with Max B leading up to his release to address the allegations and, get his side of the story.
You're on your way home, right? November 9th is the date for you to get home.
Call them about the price. Call them about the price.
Yo, as this day gets closer, what we notice all throughout everything, it's like the devil is trying to come in the way and hold you back from, being the man that you intend to be. You know what I mean? It's almost like, how could we pull something else out of him to possibly get him to have a hiccup in his progress?
And that's a fact. I mean, it's even something that they've accused me of, as far as like BG when him coming home or, Thug, plenty of people, right? But a lot of the times these shits just pop off. I'm not the one that finds it. I'm just the one that finds the truth behind the situation. But it seems to be the thing. Somebody's getting released and immediately it's a snitch narrative thrown on them, whether it be true or false.
Right. When he did snitch,
some
like
people
you said,
out here on some platforms trying to throw.
He got an appeal, and the fucking appeal went through. But I always say, the whole snitch allegations and all that shit is super lame and it's weird anyway. All these niggas is playing. They playing games that's not even like, you know what I'm saying? Because if I'm sitting in prison every day for 16 years and all I gotta do is tell you what happened for me to take my ass home right now, who wouldn't do that? I don't give no fuck about no code. I don't give a fuck about keeping it real with you niggas. What the hell? So I keep it real with you over my kids. I keep it real with you over myself. I keep it real with you over my parents. I keep it real with you over, man, you fucking crazy, dude. On bro grave. Listen, that's why I tell y'all, just stay out of the streets. This shit stupid. They gonna lie by the code. There's no code. You feel me? Nobody follows the fucking code. That means there's no code.